Hey there! So this video is going to address a question that I commonly get, which is how to add buttons to a page in Canvas. We all know kind of how to copy and paste a link, maybe, into a Canvas page, but buttons are a much more attractive and cleaner way to provide links to other resources within a Canvas page or another Canvas resource. There are 4 things that we're going to address here. It will be how to add a single button in Canvas, how to add several buttons in Canvas, linking to a source that is inside of the Canvas course that we're working on, and how to link to a source that is outside of the Canvas course that we are working on. So, adding a single button is probably going to be the simplest thing to do. This would be like if you're just needing to add one quick resource for somebody to click on. It's a pretty simple kind of just an insert of an image. So a button in this case is going to be an image that you upload to your Canvas course, and you are just going to link that image to another resource. So you will need to make sure that you have an image created or one that is downloaded. In this case, I went in and I created a couple of images on Canva, which is what I commonly use for whenever I'm creating buttons. So over here on the right-hand side, we have some choices here on whether we can add links, files, or images to our Canvas page that we're working on. Well, I'm trying to add a button, so I'm going to click Images. Now in this case, I've already kind of uploaded these images previously, but let's say I hadn't and I needed brand new images. I would come over here to upload a new image, choose File, and I could just click on one of these. Now, I can see right here that the upload button is grayed out. That's because Canvas is kind of encouraging me to add some alternative text. This would be for people who are maybe using readers due to a disability that they have. So what we can do here is we can add in click here instructions. You also have the option that if you don't want to put anything here for alternative text, or maybe it's just a pretty image that you're trying to put in, you can also click decorative image and it will bypass it asking you for alternative text. But once we have the ability to click upload, we can do so. And Canvas will put that image straight in there. Now in this case, I created the image a little small, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to click on it and I'm just going to drag the corner to the size that I want. Let's do, I don't know if you'll be able to see this in the video, but it says 176 by 88. So that's the number that I'm going to be working with from here on out. All right. We just added a single button. All we had to do was put in an image. Now it's not linked to anything yet, but we'll get to that in a little bit. Now let's say I need to add a row of buttons or a column of buttons. I really don't recommend that you come in and just bam, 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 add images like one right after the other. It may look appropriate or it may look fine whenever you're creating the page, but I can tell you from personal experience that Canvas will really kind of mess with your sizing and things will look funky to your viewer. So what we do instead is we're going to add a table. Now in this case, I just need like a row of maybe 3 buttons. So I'm going to put in a 3x1 row. And Canvas is going to give me a table that already has these columns perfectly spaced for me. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to come in here, and since I already have these uploaded, I'm just going to go from there. So I'm going to click on this one, and then I'll click on my next box and click on another image, and I'll click on the last cell and click on one more image. Now I still kind of want to resize these, so again I'm just going to click and drag until I see the numbers that I want in the corner. Alright, so now I've got 3 buttons that are identical in size, but I've got this kind of unattractive table around them and I don't like it. Now I need the table there, but I don't want it to be visible to my users. So if I click on the table, I get this row right here of options that I have where I can, like, you know, add a column, delete a column, add a row, delete a row. But I'm going to come over here to the first one that looks like a table. And if I hover over it, it says table properties. So we're going to click on that. Now right here, the border, it's telling me that I've got about a 1 pixel width on my border. I want no border, so I'm going to change that pixel width to 0. And then I'll hit done. So now that solid line has gone away, but I see a dotted line now, and that's okay. The dotted line is there to let me know as I'm creating this that the table is still there. But if I come over here and I click save, the table is gone and I've got nicely spaced buttons, which is exactly what I want. So there's how to add a single button, how to add a series of buttons, and now for the important part, we want to know how to link these buttons to actually turn these images into buttons. So I'm just going to copy and paste this image right here. So this is going to link to a source inside of the Canvas course that I am working on. So over here, back where we were adding images, we also have the option for links, and these links are to other pages and resources that are inside of the Canvas course that we are currently working on right now. So if there's another page you want to direct users to, or an assignment, or a discussion board, you can do so right here very, very easily. Now in this case, let's say I want this button to link to an assignment. So what I do is I click on the image to highlight it. I click on the assignments. And right now in this Sandbox course, I only have one sample assignment. So we're going to click on that, and it kind of blinks yellow to let us know that it's been linked. And that's all we have to do. If I come over here and I hover over it, I get a little text box that pops up that says sample assignment to let me know that that's where this image takes me, and that's perfect. That's all I need. So let's say I want to link to a source that's outside of Canvas. Let's say I want my kids to go to a YouTube video or something like that. So I'm going to copy this image and I'm just going to paste it down here. Oh. Let's resize that guy just so that everything looks nice and pretty. All right, so you have two ways that you can link to other content. The first one that we'll do is the keyboard trick. This is the one that I always do. On your keyboard, if you hit Control-K or Command-K if you're working on a Mac, that will automatically bring up a box where you can insert a link. So let's say I want my kids to go to youtube.com. Perfect. Now the target right here, this might be something you want to consider. If you hit none or if you leave none selected, what it's going to do is it's going to open YouTube in the page that they are in currently. You may not want that because that kind of takes them outside of Canvas, or it sort of closes them out of Canvas. So I would suggest that you click the drop down menu and you click New Window. That way, especially if your user is working on a browser, it will just open up a new tab rather than change the page that they're already on. So that's how to link to a source outside of Canvas using the keyboard trick. Let's go ahead and try another way. All right, so again, I'm going to click on my image that I want to link, and I'm going to scroll back up here to the top of my rich content editor, and I'm going to hit the link button. If you hover over it, it says link to URL. So I'm going to click on that, and again, I'm going to go to youtube.com. And I would like to insert a link. And that's it. Now, there may be some occasions where you need to change the link, like maybe you typed it in wrong, maybe you got your buttons confused, maybe you want them to go to a different resource altogether. We can fix that. So one thing that you can do is we can click back on their image that's already linked somewhere. I'm going to do the keyboard trick again, so Control-K. And I can just change this to google.com and hit OK, and it will update that link. Let's say I don't want the image to link to anywhere anymore for right now. What I do is I click on that image and I can scroll up, and right here we have this little broken link button, and it's got a little arrow underneath it because it knows that that image is linked somewhere. So what we can do is we can just click this and it will remove the link. So let's go ahead and test this out and see how it works. So we will hit save. All right, so this one right here, I didn't actually link to anything, and I didn't do anything on here either, so we're going to scroll down to these two. So you see right here, if I hover over it, I still have that little arrow cursor, which means it's not linked to anything. Either is this one, or this one. But if I come over here, now it changes to that little click symbol that we're used to seeing, meaning that this is a live image. So we can click on it, and there it takes me to my sample assignment. Wonderful. Let's return to that page so that we can see the other ones. So remember right here, this is where we sort of discontinued that link. We broke it. So here we can't click on anything, but right there I do have my hand. And if I click on that, oh, I messed it up because I just typed in google.com. We'd probably have to do like www.google.com. So I just want to show you because I fixed it. This is the one that we were having go to Google. So I'm going to click on it and do Control K again. And I was right. I couldn't just do google.com. I need like that full web address. So you got to include this part right here. What I would suggest is, instead of assuming what a web address is actually go to the website you're wanting to link and then click in the address bar and copy the URL. But just so that we can see that it works, we're going to hit save. And I'm going to click on this one again. And we can see that we're taken to google.com, which is fantastic and exactly what we wanted. So we've gone through how to add a single button, how to add several buttons, how to link to a source inside of the Canvas course, and how to link to a source outside of the Canvas course. Please let me know if you have any questions.